All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm just going to dive right into this one. This is the $100,000 a month profit blueprint for your business. This is for anybody selling an info product or an agency service or anything like that. I've been surrounding myself with some pretty incredible people recently. You probably noticed I've taken a bit of a step back from YouTube. I've honestly taken a bit of a step back from even just generating revenue in the business. I'm really just rethinking everything, and I'm having a great time doing it. Like, I know full well what I got to do to get to this $100,000 a month level that we're going to be talking about in this video. Currently, we do anywhere from, it's a huge range because I will sell like $20,000 package all of a sudden to an agency client or something, and it's a lot of fun. But it does mean that we range anywhere from like $50K a month, like literally all the way to $80K a month, okay? So we've got a huge range. But I'm talking about $100,000 a month sustainably, consistently, profit for your business. And I just want to talk about really how to build a consulting business, agency business, course business, info product business, whatever, that gets you to this level by just using the basics of good product design, funnels, sales, etc. So one of the I guess like steps that I'm taking in building this, actually, sorry, this is new whiteboard software. I'm trying to figure out how to use it. One of the steps I'm taking right now is I'm doing two things. One, I am playing with scaled traffic, like scalable ways of getting traffic predictably. So obviously the best way to get traffic is just ads, because you can just pay to get traffic. Obviously, you don't want to replace having a reputation with just having a good funnel. You want to have both. You want to have good long-term reputation standing in your industry, as well as a solid funnel that just gets people to come to you. The favorite funnel I've seen so far that I build for clients right now, and actually we're running in our own agency and in our own education business, is just add to a basic landing page where we collect their email and their name, to then a video where they can then schedule a call, and then we have about a 1 out of 5 close rate on sales calls at this point in the business. And you can put a rep on board, or you can do this yourself. We're spending about, I would say for a good client, we're spending, $120 per sales call, and they have, again, a 1 out of 5 to 1 out of 10 close rate. It's a large range. But even a 1 out of 10 close rate, let's say it's a $1.2 thousand investment to then get a $5,000 upfront client. You can just go gangbusters with this thing. And it all comes down to ultimately the quality of your offer. No funnel is going to, make up for having a bad offer or a bad service at the end of the day. So that's the first thing that I'm doing right now. I am just intently studying people doing like $1 million a month with just like a very simple process like this. Like, they've got like 6, like one of the guys that I'm studying right now, he's actually a mastermind of it. His name's Tim Cook, and he's doing $1 million a month in revenue at like $600,000 profit. And he has 6 sales reps on board. He spends $30,000 a month on ads per sales rep and just fills their calendar with sales calls. They're all incredibly well trained. They take calls and close stuff for him all the time. There's a great culture in his company. He loves his team, and the team loves him. It's wildly profitable and wildly fun to run. And that's really where I want to get with my business long term. So I love like that model. I love just like a very simple, streamlined, easy to adjust model. And I think they sell like leadership consulting or something like that. So that's the first thing you got to do, is really nail in the traffic. Nail in the traffic and what you're going to do with the traffic. The second thing is, and this is a very interesting thing, this is something you're not going to hear a lot of people talking about. It's work, let's see how to do this, work-life integration. So what a lot of people will say, and this is an interesting thing that you're going to get a lot of in culture, is, oh, you got to balance work and life, work-life balance. But the reality is, like, what holds most people back isn't even business problems. It's like life problems. It's like little things that go on with family, and little nitpicky drama issues, or tiny little issues that pop up with your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband, or tiny little things that show up in your habits and your daily routine. You can't quite stay consistent. You're not consistent enough. Like, business requires you to be incredibly consistent. So to get to $100,000 a month, you need one product that you can sell for at least $3,000, whether it's an agency service or it's a program, coaching program, whatever it is. For this price, maybe you can sell a program on how to build a certain type of funnel, or maybe you can introduce them into a group coaching, or maybe you can also run an agency and actually do done-for-you services for people and have a really nice, high-leverage, high-skill team and get them to commit, $5,000 to $10,000 a month to work with you guys, right? And this is just by targeting really, really high-level people. You can build a funnel that speaks to high problems so that you can get high paying clients, right? Speak to large problems, solve large problems, get paid more. And you have something that sells for $3K at least. You're paying about 10% out maybe to any sales reps you have on board, or if you're doing it yourself, you're just taking solid profit. You're going to spend about $1,000 to sell this thing, so you're getting $2,000 in profit every single time that you sell it, and you're just scaling this thing way up. So that's the whole plan, right? Like, that's how to get to $100,000 a month. And obviously I'm making it look really, really simple here because there's a lot more to it. But this is the journey that I'm embarking on. This is what I want to be doing. Right now, YouTube is a great source of traffic for the education side, and I really enjoy that. I think we get really quality people here, and I'm very grateful for this. So I want to keep this going. I've actually brought on an editor who's editing this video, going to do like 3 uploads a week, maybe bi-daily uploads at some point, and just keep this thing cranking for the education side. And build out the team, build out everything, and for the agency, build out a better funnel, better process there. There's all kinds of things like that I'm learning right now. I just kind of want to make a video on my 100K a month theory, because I've gotten to a point now in business where I'm realizing that 100 grand a month is kind of not even that hard. That's the weird thing about it. And I do my best to, sound humble and not come off cocky, but 100 grand a month is not hard. It just means you have to have a really good offer and a good way of selling it. And then just, make sure that the way that you're selling it is a way that you can scale. So don't rely on super manual methods of attraction. Rely on methods of attraction that you can just put more money into or put more manpower behind that isn't you, right? Whether it's ads or something else. So that's the $100,000 a month plan. For an agency, it kind of looks like this. The agency structure, it's like you at the top. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a little bit of an ecosystem. So you're going to have a sales rep. You're going to have 1 to 3 service delivery people. And specifically, this will be a funnel guy, an ads guy, and then a client relationship guy. And what's nice about these positions is it's not just limited to them. So your funnel guy doesn't just have to do the funnels himself. His job is to stay within budget, and he can hire out, any of the work you give him. So if a client comes in and pays $15,000, you're going to your funnel guy saying, hey, this is what we need, and your funnel guy goes and finds it, right? So it's not even, even though he could do it himself, if he's getting overwhelmed, you give him a budget to go and hire, and you pay him a piece of that. Same with your ads guy. He can go and hire. And you give them a good process to hire within. So then you're getting these packages, let's say you're spending $1,300. One of our students actually right now is doing this. Spending $1,300 to get, let's say, a $2,500 a month commitment, 2.5K a month. What you got to do is you got to then build an ecosystem that can feed into itself. Then your client relationship manager, they don't hire this out. They are the icon of your business, right? They are the go-to gal or guy that just keeps clients happy and stays in touch with them and their needs, right? And then this guy's just sales. This guy just takes calls. And you pay him 10% of all your deals. And if it's a month-by-month deal, you pay him 10% of the first 2 months or something like that, right? And then you just have a really good offer. You get a good niche. Make sure that your niche is solid. Make sure your niche actually needs marketing services. Make sure your messaging is really good. So just because you run Facebook ads, man, doesn't mean that you're actually going to be able to sell someone's Facebook ads. Good messaging is being able to do the math with a business and showing them how it's going to benefit them long-term and short-term. It's telling stories of the people that have used Facebook ads to grow their business so that they can understand the value of doing so. Messaging isn't just, hey, I'm good at this, you should hire me. Messaging is, here's the massive transformation we're going to send you through. You're not selling a service, you're selling an experience. You're selling a ultimate transformation for a client. You got to understand that. And then you got to, again, have a great offer that aligns with the things that people told you that they want. Then you got to have a great funnel / traffic source. And you can do organic too. I know people that use Facebook groups. They 400 grand a month totally organically with Facebook groups. You got to have good funnel or traffic. And then lastly, you just got to have good work-life integration. This is why, this is actually why I'm getting married to. This is very against the typical thing. So typically, people would think, oh, if you want good work-life integration, You just have to like, isolate and work. That's one thing I've heard a lot. A lot of other people's opinions are like, you got to do things with people you love all the time and surround yourself with love, and like they're super like feelings driven. I'm not quite that way either. Really, all I want is just an environment that I don't get any negative like feedback when I'm doing something that is good for my business. So you got to build an environment where that's the case. So if you're getting any negative feedback when you're doing something that's good for your business, it's going to be really hard to grow your business, especially when it's from somebody that you love or respect. So you got to make sure that you're building an environment for yourself where you get the positive feedback when you deserve the positive feedback based on, what moves you forward or not. So that's why I'm getting married soon, is because it's going to eliminate all of the like relationships that I have to manage. I just have to manage like my wife and then my business. It's just going to be way easier. Actually, I have a good buddy of mine who's doing like $150,000 a month. He took a week off, made like $35,000 on the week off, and just hung out with his wife in Costa Rica. And like that's the goal for me. Just very minimal, easy to run lifestyle with a lot of cash coming in and just investing it, putting some of it into a trust, and just living incredibly free. So that's the $100,000 a month plan. Like honestly, this is what it is. And what's interesting is I don't see enough people talking about like the actual life end of it, like how to actually build a life that supports it. And I'm not the best at this, to be honest. Like I struggle with all kinds of, like my personal life can get kind of messy. So really right now, like business is slowing down and I'm putting processes in place to give me the margin to open up so I can just work on my life and work on certain things there, right? So that I can come back to business with a better open-mindedness and ability to execute. Because like there's no such thing as business problems. No such thing as business problems. There's only such thing as personal problems that show up in your business. So if you really want to grow your business, you work on yourself. If you really want to get to $100,000 a month profit, you work on your discipline levels. You work on your relationships. You work on your mentality, your mindset. You work on your habits. You work on your social circle. Or that's not an S, it's supposed to be a C. Social circle. You work on your outlook, your mood. You work on your consistency level. You work on your determination, and you work on your self-awareness. There's a lot of things that go into this. Like, it's not just a funnel. I guess it's the thing, guys. Like, this is the thing that really irks me about the internet marketing industry, is that people are always just selling like another method. This is why, we're so different as a company, like in how I approach getting results for students. Like, we help people start and grow marketing agencies, and we use these sorts of materials to help them scale. We teach them like the basics of organic attraction, getting clients on the calls, selling them stuff. We get students like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month all the time. And if you want as well, you can schedule a call down below, speak with myself or a highly trained team member. We'll take care of you. If you're a good fit, we'll get you in. But what's interesting is with this, like, I don't see enough people talking about, what are the actual skills you got to develop, and not like what's another method. So everybody's looking at methods. Is it YouTube ads? Is it Facebook ads? Is it ClickFunnels or another software? Is it freaking what invoicing software should I use? Should I sell this way or this way? Should I, like, honestly, all of these methods come into place when you have a life that supports what you want to do, and you have a mentality of never settling. Like, standards are greater than goals. So, you can have your goals up here, but your standards are like down here. And what's interesting is you don't always like rise to reach your goals, but you will always avert back to your standards. Like let's say your standard is you're always going to get up at 6 a.m. That's like just you've always done that. If you start sleeping into like 9 or 10 or 11, you're gonna come back eventually because that's like your standard. But you won't always rise to the standard of your goals. So the goal is to make the goal the standard. So when you want to achieve this, you don't achieve it by just saying, I'm going to do it. You achieve it by saying, that's like the new standard. I'm going to make this happen. And so for me at this stage, like, I pretty much just accepted like $100,000 a month is just going to happen. Like, I mean, it's not even like that much of a question at this point. Like, I've run the math. Like, it's not even an ego thing. I just run the freaking math. Like, we have the money to spend on ads. I've got a great sales team. I've got great products and services. My agency's amazing. My clients are happy. Like, let's just scale it, right? So it's an interesting thing, and I just wanted to share this just because like this is the $100,000 a month blueprint. Like, you know, and I'm a holistic thinker. Everything relates to everything. So like how you handle your relationships in your personal life is how you're going to handle your business, and everything is like all the same. So you have to kind of have a mentality of doing everything with excellence. Nothing slips. And dude, it's such a crazy thing. Like, the thing that will hold you back from growing your business isn't even like business problems. Like, literally, it's like if you're not paying your bills, that stacks up subconsciously, and it starts to get in the way of your ability to just execute. So the real skill is staying on top of the little minute things that don't feel like they matter that much. It's staying on top of things and being like 2 or 3 steps ahead of entropy in your life so that you can stay creative. That's honestly the best business plan, is to eliminate all distractions, and it's to eliminate all unnecessary noise and get all balls and chains out of the way so you can do what you have to do to succeed. So that's my plan. That's how I'm going to be doing it. Like, honestly, that's what I'm working on. Like, I'm not even making that many huge business decisions. Like, we're going to be revamping our 6-figure marketing consultant product and raising the price on it soon because you're getting such crazy results for students in there. We now do 2 calls a week instead of 1 call a week with the whole group, where I'm on these calls helping people grow their agencies. But yeah, like, it's just not even methods anymore. Like, methods are just a dime a freaking dozen. Like, you get so many methods. We teach great methods, obviously. Like, we can't help you if we don't show you the methods. But the methods aren't where the conversation needs to be had. So yeah, that's $100,000 a month. 1 good product or service, or maybe 2 max. You know, my 2 are 6-figure marketing consultant, and then our $10,000 to $20,000 funnel builds that we do for clients. That's my 2 offers. It's all I got. It's literally all I got. Nothing more. People are always asking me for like a mindset program. They're asking me for like other group coaching things, and you know, I don't have any room for it, and I don't want to do it. And you know, long term, I just want to have really good products and services in one arena and just let those speak for themselves. And my challenge right now is honestly just like going all in my business and not being afraid of losing like whatever I'm trying to build in my personal life by integrating the 2. So, you know, most of the successful people in business, it's not that they ignored their personal life, it's that they built it around their business and they let the whole infrastructure support itself. So they built a life that like everything is self-sufficient and everything supports everything else. So like they don't have to go from work mode to family mode. They just it's all just like one big thing, and they can just manage all of it. And so at 20, considering getting engaged and wanting to grow my business to $100,000 a month profit, my challenge is not even a business challenge. So you got to understand this. It's not even a business challenge. It is a life challenge. It is a who am I and what am I made of? And it is a what do I want? And it is a challenge of, you know, what role does Lily play in all this? She's my girlfriend and I want to get married to her. It's like, what role does she play? What role does my family play? My 4 siblings, my 2 parents. What role do they play? Do they play a role? If not, why not? You know, the certain friends that I have in my circle. The friends I have through my business, the clients, the people in my business, everything needs to relate and come back to a whole. And the only way you can arrive at that point is by seeing everything holistically and being grateful for all of it and letting it all flow. Otherwise, you're running into constant conflict. Like every single step you make forward, you're just getting pulled back. So you gotta eliminate that. You gotta eliminate the resistance by building in and letting your life kind of flow, building in processes that just feed each other. So I hate to sound too ethereal, but that's the thought. That's the idea. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Once again, schedule a call down below. Would love to help you scale your agency. If you don't believe that we can help you, we've got literally a playlist of like 10 to 15 people at this point, and tens more that we haven't actually interviewed who have succeeded with our programs, $10,000 a month or more. Most of them from scratch. So I'd love to show you that. Go check that link out in the description. Besides that, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.